So I'm making this video to help my students with the piece of music called Shortcut by James Rae. I really like this piece because it's rhythmic and it works on technique, but it still sounds cool. So it's a study, but it still sounds pretty funky. So I do this piece a lot with my students, but there's a few difficulties with it, and one is the rhythm. So the rhythm's in 5/8 and it's also syncopated. So the rhythm is 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. Because it's in 5/8, 5 quaver beats per bar. You don't actually play on the 2. So we play on the 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. So the 2 is held. All right, so that the 2 notes come in between the beats, syncopation, accents off the beat. So the actual piece of music says crotchet equals 168. I think they mean quaver, because if it was a crotchet, it would be double for a quaver, which is going to be crazy. And even at this speed, 168, do da, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. It's too fast. We're not going to do it at that speed. We're going to slow it right down. We might do it at about, I don't know, 100. Do da, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. So that's the rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. 1 and 3, 4. So you don't play on the 2. The 2 is held. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. 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 I hope you're clapping it with me, because if you can't clap it, you can't play it. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. Okay, so another little tip with this piece of music is the octave jumps. So aside from the rhythm, which is difficult, once you get the rhythm, the whole piece is based on that rhythm pretty much. So you can just keep going with it. But the other difficulty is the octave jumps. So this is kind of a study for rhythm and a study for octave jumps. Now, I hear this a lot. So I'm hearing these top notes are blasted out, because, you know, that's one way of getting your high notes. It's just blowing really hard. But it doesn't mean that it will sound nice. So a better way to get your octave jump, and it'll be more in tune, is if you make the lower note the stronger one, and you kind of springboard off that lower note and use your embouchure, your lip muscles, to make a smaller hole and direct the airstream higher, and then it will go to the octave by itself. So, for example, if I'm doing an F, that's over-exaggerating. Okay, you can use your muscles in your lips, and that will project the airstream higher. So your octaves will come out easily. So there's a lot of lip muscle happening there, but it shouldn't be too much. If you're doing this, it's going to be, you know, uncomfortable and a bit weird. So just a little bit of adjustment to get that high note without blasting it out. My next tip for you is that the staccato are not every note. The staccato are just on the 2nd, 4th, 5th and 6th note. So the semiquavers are not staccato. They're held a bit longer, and they sound nice if you hold them. If it's all staccato, it sounds like this. So it's a bit, I don't know, jolty, I guess. It doesn't flow. So if you get the low note a bit longer, a bit stronger, it kind of springs off those. So sustain those a little bit more if you can. Sorry about that wrong note. And then when you get to the middle section, it's the same rhythm again, but it doesn't have the jumps anymore. It doesn't have the octaves. So the middle section sounds like this. And then for the last section, I like to get a bit softer, because otherwise it's just all kind of the same. The more dynamics you can put into your music, the more interesting it's going to be, the more captivating it's going to be for the listener. So after that middle section, I would go softer. And to finish it off, louder. So I hope you have fun with it.